So have you at this stage, have got any updates as to how people might be, whether they'll be back for tomorrow or not?
Yeah, I know exactly where we are. I'll answer that for you. There's 4 problems instead of 3. Bawley's been added to that, so Ollie Clark's still not fit, so he's out. James Ball won't be fit. He's got a very badly swollen knee after Saturday's performance, where he did really, really well. So he's definitely out. Gav Kilkenny will be assessed this morning. He's going to join in training, and so will Connor Ripley. But I don't know if they're fit yet. So
what's the issue with Connor, first of all?
He's getting a sore thigh, which he's had in the past. So it's a bit tight and it's a bit sore, so we don't want that to get any worse. So I'll have to assess it.
And how does not having Ball and Clark kind of affect the way you want to play with your 3 centre backs as well? Because you sort of usually have one of them in there who looks to come forward.
Yes, we've practiced with everybody in those positions. I've used other people in those positions as well. So, do we really have to change what we do? We can do. We can go to a back 4 if we need to, if I wanted to, but I'm more than likely to keep it the same and just switch personnel, really.
Are you just having some problems with kind of contact injuries? Is that mainly what it is?
Sorry?
Is the sort of problem mainly just sort of contact injuries? Are you just having a bit of
Yeah. I'm not going to sack anyone for not getting my players fit. I can assure you, this is the way things go. And the amount of games at the start of the season has always been too many, in my opinion. The cup games are thrown in, and it's an awful lot to ask when you haven't played for an awful lot. So we've tried to give everybody at least 2 full 90 minutes in pre-season, and then in the first 3 weeks you've got Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So, and it's strange times as well. So it is what it is, and that's what you've got a squad for, to try and have enough in the right places to, and also have some people who can interchange positions, to make sure that you keep the right balance of senior and youth, to give you a decent enough team to understand where they are in the middle of a game and what they need to do next. Because, winning is not easy, and it's something that the team we played last Saturday were used to doing. So that's why they recovered quite quickly after the first 20 odd minutes, and that's how difficult it is to pin teams down and hold them down and keep doing what you're doing. They will wriggle out if you let them. So we're in a strange place where we're playing quite well certain periods, and we're not then playing well after that because we don't know how to, as it's happening. So we're getting there, and obviously getting the results that we have. 2 wins out of 3 is very, very good for where we are at the minute. And unfortunately the cup game wasn't exactly what I wanted, because they were far too good for me to pick the 11 that I started with. So I had to change that and put some more strength on, and hence Ollie's injured. I wasn't going to use Ollie, but he's gone and got injured in that cup game because I needed him. So this is what the test is all about, and Tuesday, Saturday is no mean feat for anybody this early in this season, and we're all having to do it. So it's a fair crack at the whip. So we'll see how we go.
And how's Tom Wilson-Brown?
I'm told he's training. I'm told he's feeling a lot better. He sent me a message, "I'm okay, Gaffer, no problem, I'll be all right for Tuesday," when I text him on Saturday night. But it's also how young he is. Can he deal with all of that as well? Luckily, I managed to play him and Finn Munro 45 minutes last Tuesday instead of full 90s. And but as I say, luckily we've got other people back. Joel McGregor's fit, so I can look at things there. So just looking forward to the game again. they play a wonderful way. They're trying to bring their identity into this league. They're very unlucky on the weekend of what I saw. Walsall, they had it the other way around. They went down to 10 men and lost 2-1 to Walsall, which is slightly better than we did, really, if I'm being brutally honest. Walsall had 10 men and they beat us 2-1. So, you know, the way I look at it, we've got to put our socks up and have a right go at this lot. So, looking forward to it, honestly. Looked up their manager, looked at a very emotional argument he had with his supporters in March last year, and I take my hat off to him. Wonderful. That's passion. Absolutely. You know, well done. So, not sure I've played Barnet in a league game in my whole career, so well done to them, and let's see what we can do.
Are you sad not to be facing Andy Overbore, or are you a bit relieved?
He's a good player. I'm sad that he didn't sign for us. And I'm glad he's got his career still going with them. So he's got bundles of talent. And he'll take some replacing in that team. If they've got someone as good as him waiting on the sideline, then well done to him. But no, I hope he comes. I'd love to see him. I'd love to shake his hand. He did fantastically well for me last year, and I was very disappointed that I didn't get him.
And you talked a bit about the sort of Barnett style, and just to explain a little bit about what you think they're about.
It's a passing football identity with their goalie coming out being an extra player all over the pitch, you know, and it's going to be difficult to deal with. Luckily for me, we've just had Cardiff who do very similar. So we'll have to get used to them having the ball and us trying to get around them and make them give it to us. But we'll have to be well organised, we'll have to be at it, and we'll have to take risks. And then can we hurt them with how we play, you know? So again, it's about us and how we start, and then the middle of it, and then how we finish. And I'm getting more and more confident with the lads if we can focus and start like we did on Saturday, and then bringing the end to a game, to the end of this game, then we might be getting to be the team that I want to be. But, you know, the challenge is the difference each team, each set of players will give you, and the state that they're in. So I knew Oldham would come again because they're used to winning. I know Barnet will bounce back because they're used to winning. Will Barnet change what they do like Mickey Mellon did? He put his 2 big ones up against us. I'm not sure Barnet will, you know. So I think they'll try and keep their own identity. But you never know, you know, at the end of the day, with the stats and with the analysts that you have these days, it's very difficult to hide what you do, and we all know what they try and do, and you got to be so good to keep doing it in the next level up, you know. So what we got to do is find what we're good at and do that on a regular basis, and get to know that we can trust what we do. And if I've got to change it in any way, how well have I explained it? How well will they understand it, and how well will they then do it? And what gives me great belief and great hope is the second half performance against Cardiff. Because we were getting absolutely drummed out of sight, and then all of a sudden, bang, 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 there you go. Only a couple of changes and wallop. We looked totally different. And for 20 minutes of that game, we dominated them. So, and if you look at them on Saturday, what they did. So it is what it is. So I'm really looking forward to it. Our fans are really pleasing me after that upset that I had the other week. And I had to tell one of them off. Hopefully we found out who that is and we won't ever have to deal with him again. Or her. It's probably him, to be honest. Probably is. But the rest of our fans, I'm absolutely delighted with. They really helped us on Saturday. They enjoyed themselves, and so did the team. We had a great journey back, and I'm sure they'll be buzzing. At the moment we won't be doing that much because it'll be just do it, review it and redo it, and then, you know, we'll tell them what, in the way my staff does, completely brilliantly about everything, their strengths, and hopefully they'll come in tomorrow and have a go at it, and we'll look at a half-decent team again, because it should be a very, very good game, and hopefully we'll get a great big crowd, which will be brilliant, because we need to boost our numbers, so I might be able to add to the squad again.
How much are you starting to see the team show the kind of patterns and the identity you want from them at this stage?
Yeah, they're showing it in patches, and the more we do it, the better they'll get, with and without the ball. Some of the without the ball on Saturday was excellent. We locked them in, we tied them down. It wasn't just us having it, it was how we won it back, and that's a feature that I want the other people to be envious of in the end. It's not all about what you do when you've got it, it's about how you win it back. And we need to win it back as easily as we did off of Cardiff in the second half. Not as poorly as we did in the first half. So I guarantee you we need to do that. There is no easy game in the second division. And if you look at last year, we lost to the bottom team twice, didn't we? Morecambe, one of the ones who got relegated. So, and Carlisle we lost to. So anything can happen in this division. And what you don't want is people taking for granted while you're winning. I think they can just turn up and do it. We've got to stamp that out. I didn't see it. It looked like that, but there were some other reasons why we didn't quite get there. Now I've looked, and I can show them that again today. When you've got a new group, if someone's run past you, just fill in for him. Sounds stupid, but just fill in for him. So he hasn't got to run all the way back. Don't go back to your position and leave a big hole in our team, and that's what we're doing. So I'll show them, don't do that. Take someone else's place. Happened 3 or 4 times up front. That's why they played long on us, and that's why they got back in it. So really, don't take us literally. Someone's got to mark that man. It hasn't got to be you. If you're over here, and Harry can do that, you stay there, Aaron, you stay here, and Prince, you stay there. So they can have a free hit on us, you know. So it's weird what it is, but you do it, review it, and redo it, and hopefully you should be better when you redo it again.
That's why I'm not particularly keen on going to the Harry Smith well, but with all the kind of talk around him, is there any need or pressure on you as a club to try and get contract talks with him going again and to tie him down?
That's not going to be the way it is. We've spent all our money, and I can't give Harry any more money at the moment. And I've sat down with the boy and asked him, and he went, I want to get a better team, Gaffer. It ain't about me at the moment. So he's totally on board with where we are. Got no problem with that. And no one's going to be buying him. If Arsenal came in, I wouldn't be selling him right now. How can I replace him now? You know, and what I'd say to the boy as well, if Arsenal want you, they'll still want you in January, and they'll still want you in the summer, providing you play well. So shut up and play well. Shouldn't have signed that length of contract with me, should you? Quite simple, isn't it? Because you're not going anywhere, and if you want to do what other people want to do, that, you know, what's his name? Newcastle. It's all wrong, isn't it? Honestly, it's all wrong. He should be proud to wear a Newcastle shirt, by the way. They're who made you famous. Don't you forget it, Mr. Isaac. You know, it's madness. But that's his way, the way football is, you know. Everybody gets too big for themselves. Harry won't.
And so just from what you said there, is it...
He's not for sale.
No, I was going to go on to something else.
He's not for sale. He's not for sale.
No.
His house is not for sale. His car is not for sale. His socks aren't for sale. He's not for sale. Right?
No, that's
Anything else you want to know?
Yeah, just one. From what you've said there, does that mean essentially if you want to bring in a new player now, someone has to leave?
We're looking at things. We're checking. And that's all you can do, because we're limited to what we can spend because of the gate that we get. And because that might have gone up, we might be allowed to spend a little bit more. We don't know, so we're looking at it. We're looking at it. So, watch this space. Don't know is the answer. And I don't really care at the moment, because I'm just convinced that if I look within my squad and in my group, I can find the right ingredients that I need to make my little footballing cake tastes lovely and look lovely. That's what I got to do. So when you stare outside all the time, that's somebody else's job, not mine. I need to look at what you can do for me and how well you're doing it and help you learn that very, very quickly and encourage you to do that. So that's what I'm doing with all my group. Not Ryan at the moment, because Ryan has an opportunity before this window closes to try and get him a longer contract. If not, then when that closes, I might look at him and bring him back in the fold and say, okay, no problem. But I've been honest with him to try and help him have a longer, better future. Because at the moment, he'd have to outplay God knows how many for him to do that for me. So he knows where he stands, and that might change. If it does, then we'll reevaluate and do it. Honesty can always help any situation, so that's all I've done. And if I want to, the boy's such a great character, I can bring him back in and use him whenever I need to, which I might have to if you look at the state of my squad at the moment. So there we go. I can't do that with Minter if he's gone out on loan, but no one's got Ryan yet, so I might bring him back in. It just depends, but you know, at the end of the day, I've told him you're likely not to be in it, and now if he gets in it, it's a plus, isn't it? And I'm sure he'd look at it that way, because he's a wonderful fella. All of these things add up, don't they, at the end of it? All of them. And it's about how you help people, manage people, encourage people, tell them the truth sometimes. It's not nice. My job's not nice. And as long as you do it in a way that they can trust you, then you'll have a chance, if you need them, to repair that. And there is no bridge ever burnt in my book. But you need to know where that bridge is and where it stops and where it finishes. So then you can deal with it. There we go.
Lovely, thank you very much.
I've seen the flexibility of a fair few players in your squad. Do you feel like across the board you have the right balance in all areas at the moment?
The more I'm being tested by these injuries, the more I doubt it. But I think Billy's training this morning, Billy Kirkman, who is one of those who can play left wing back or left-sided centre back or left back. And if he's fit again, that alleviates some problems. As I've just mentioned, I got Ryan Delaney as well, who's a left-sided centre back in a 4 or in a 3. So I've still got options, haven't I? I've got Anthony McCormack coming back to fitness as well. We've missed him. He could have done that as well, you know. So yes, it's you will be tested over the course of a season, and it's something I'm expected. I didn't really expect like 4 of my ones to possibly be out again today. I was hoping that I might have 2 back because we didn't use them, Ollie and Gavin. That's not the case. If Cardiff wouldn't have been so diabolical and us being so non-aggressive in what we did without the ball, I wouldn't have had to put Ollie on, would I? And I also saved Will. Will played nearly 90 minutes every game last year, and I just saved him for, thank God I did on Saturday. You know, so, but I lost Ollie through that. So, you know, we will be tested and tested and tested, and hopefully the ability that we have and the adaptability of some people. Aaron Drinnan can play, for me, right back, right wing back, right winger, or up front, in a 2 or in a 3, on the left, or up the middle as a 9. What a wonderful, that's why I wanted him to re-sign. So I'm glad he has. He's absolutely flying at the moment. Fantastic on Saturday. And the understanding will come with him and Prince and Harry. And then you got Glatz, and then you got Tom Nichols playing in a centre midfield role, and he still scored. Sometimes you need to do things and drop people back. So it's about them encouraging each other as well. So yes, we've got some fantastic ability. Yes, it's a bit inexperienced because they haven't really played. Some of them, too many of them, haven't really played enough men's football. Jake Tabor. Botan Amin, Tom Wilson-Brown, Munro, Prince. You know, there's a load, but I believe their talent will overcome that. You know, so And it's about what my senior ones, if I can keep them fit, do to help them. So only time will tell whether we're strong enough in all areas, but having people who are playing well and then can play a slightly different position really does help, because I can change mid-game if I need to. Really does help.
On Botan, we've not seen him start. Do you kind of view him as a finisher at the moment, or is that more circumstantial?
It's more circumstantial, really, to be honest. He had as good a pre-season as anybody, scored as many goals as everybody else, but it's down to the balance of the team, really. And when I did give him an opportunity, did he take it well enough? I put him on twice before other people, you know, so he's got to realise what didn't he do that I wanted him to do. Just run with it, son. Not being funny. Just run with it, and then you might get on there a bit more, just like he did on Thursday and on Friday, and I was ready to put him on, but I decided Danny needed that, and I thought we got that right on Saturday. Danny came on and made a massive difference, Danny Butterworth. But I'm having individual conversations at different times with every one of them to try and up their skill set, tell them what I really believe they can do to make sure that they're ready to play in different positions and it doesn't scare them and it doesn't affect them. Like Danny last year at Bromley, he didn't like going on at wing back, so I've had quite a long chat with him about that, and I think he'll tell you that he'll play anywhere I put him in the future, because I'm going to help him with some videos, with training, sit down with him, show him bits and pieces and teach him. This is what I'm enjoying about this group, that I want to teach them. If they get it wrong, I don't care. Let's just go and do it again. And if you do it too wrong, then I might leave you out and put someone else in, and then if he does it better than you, then you better go and practice a bit more and catch him up. But wish him all the very best, and that's what we've got to become a group. And you've got to go through all sorts of things to really, truly do that. And we're not even tested yet. Oldham are. And they passed their test last year, so well done to them. We've just managed to hold out, you know. But we left them for dead at the start of the game, so we need to keep working at that if we can. And do that. But if you don't know why you did it, and that's where we are at the minute, if I'm being brutally honest. We're not sure yet. It's all brand new to everybody. But hopefully they'll get more and more confident, get more and more understanding, more and more used to that, and more used to the tempo of it. It's the tempo, the difference between kids football and men's football is massive, you know, honestly. So playing under 21s football can damage you if you play it for too long. And if you haven't got under 21s football, then that can damage you as well. So, you know, we've got to look at that long term. But I'm talking short term now. We need to get promoted. Otherwise this club would be nothing. This club needs to get promoted, so that's what we're trying to focus on. Target. Come on. Can you do that? And that's a massive ask in this level. Massive ask. But I'm absolutely, thoroughly, totally and utterly enjoying it. And if it goes wrong, we'll try and put it right.
Lastly, with Harry missing quite a lot of training at the moment, how's he holding up with the matches and the stress of everything?
I thought he was outstanding on Saturday. Their manager went, "How good's your number 10? I said, "I know it." I might not know it before I came here, but I certainly know it now, mate. So making a name for yourself, which is brilliant. That's all you ever want, isn't it? And then I have to manage that.
Is it fair to say that you might see Tom Nichols now more as a central midfielder who can operate further forward than a forward or creative player that can be pushed further back?
I don't care where I see him, to be honest with you, as long as he plays as well as he's doing. And he don't put any pressure on himself to score goals. I think he's done that for far too many years. What he should do is realise how good a footballer he is, how good his football brain is, and how he sees danger, and then when he's free and when he's enjoying himself, he can finish as good as anybody. What a goal that was. He'll go a long way to see a better one than that. And you know, what's pleasing me, that I see those patterns every day because we try and do a little bit of that every day, and they're starting to understand it. I thought Will's role in that, as well as Snowden's role in that, was fantastic. Will could have easily crossed it, but he saw that pass. And Snowden could have easily shot, but he saw the pass. So that's what's coming. It's coming down the line, you know what I mean? But you just got to be repetitive in what you do and have enough time to do it. And, you know, and Tom made a massive difference last season to us, I think, without the ball. We were probably one of the worst teams I've ever seen when we lost the ball, to try and win it back, because we were so wide open. When now we're not trying to be like that. Far too many times Saturday they ended up stretching us, which I didn't want. They didn't do that at first, but they managed to do it by the end, and we managed to hold on and deal with it. So, and also the type of running that Tom's got to do instead of where he was before is an awful lot more, and he's getting there. And he looked completely brassed off when he came off on Saturday, but I knew I'm going to have to start him again today, and I wanted to put a fresh thing on there. I was talking to Glatzel about how well he did defensively at Cardiff, almost got us another goal by stepping in, not worrying about, and I think he can play in that role as well. And the more people I can get in there, if I need Ollie to go back one, the better it is for us, isn't it? So Butterworth can do that. Look how he won that ball back and then played it and run in behind, and Harry should have scored. So, you know, it's all about utilising what you've got and getting them to understand that if they don't learn to talk to each other, if they don't go with someone, they're not going to be as good as I want them to be, and we won't be able to get where I want us to get. So it should never be good enough, no matter what you've ever done. It should always be, let's get the next goal. It should always be your mentality that my next serve is going in if I'm a tennis player, not that I missed it. So, you know, it's all about building your mindset and changing the mindset of wherever you are and trying to get it on a different footing. And Mickey Mellon's done that at Oldham. Completely done that. The whole club, the last time I went there compared to where it is now, well done to him. So I'm delighted that we managed to stop their flow. They had 4 points, we had 3 before we went there, and we got 2 more than them in a minute because we've had to earn that, you know. So, and that's off a team that ain't used to losing. That's no mean feat. So well done, but let's put that behind us and let's see what we can do against another one, because if there's not 3 harder games that you can have, 2 unknowns, we don't know what Barnet are like. We know what they're like, but we don't know how they're going to respond because they've been used to winning. Then you got Shrewsbury, who've been used to losing, and they've just lost again. So hang on a minute, what are they going to be like? And then you got Crewe, who are already top of the league. So what a wonderful first month. I knew it was going to be tough. We made it tougher by losing with 10 men. And then we made it tougher by getting absolutely played off the park by Cardiff. But we managed to come back, so we've got a long way to go, haven't we? And there's an awful lot of the season left, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. Hopefully we won't have so many injuries, but at least we're getting stuck in.